Hey everyone, welcome in or welcome back to the YouTube channel called Gaming with Espeon Jenny. It has been quite some time since the last time I uploaded a video of an update specifically, or just in general a video, because, well, a lot of stuff has been happening for quite some time. Some are good, but some are bad. So, I am here once again to do an update video. The last time I updated the channel or about myself to you guys was from December 28th of last year. And yeah, it has been 3 months or so, but this time, however, a lot has a lot of stuff has changed, and like I said, it could be for the better, but it could also be the worst. But in this case, everything has changed for the better. So I have a document somewhere in my computer so that I can tell you guys what has been happening, what changed, and in general, a lot of things that need to be discussed or more of just to bring up. Also, keep in mind that I tend to mess up my words a lot because I don't think before I speak like normal people. So, just keep in mind that, I tend to do that, and if I mess up my words, then I'm sorry. And another apology that this is not my music I'm, having in the background. That is actually from a YouTuber called Softcom Music. I will put the link of the channel as well as the video link of what I am putting on to just, support and love their music videos. Because I actually have been doing that lately, just listening to these kinds of musics so that I can stay calm, but also it's to relieve my stress and also just in general to concentrate about making thumbnails for YouTube. So, which if you guys did not know, I'm still in the progress of doing that, so there's still a lot to be done. So I have maybe over 100 thumbnails to do. Most of them need to be done soon, but some of them don't need to be done until I make a video of it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, there's that. But I'm also just been doing other things, such as recording footage for the next videos, that are upcoming. I've been also focusing on my other games that I've been wanting to catch up on, and so forth. But other than that, guys, sit back, relax, eat a snack, drink some water, or any drink really, like soda, milk, juice, you know, that kind of drink. And just, you know, listen to what I have to vent about. Because there is a lot to discuss about everything. So, yeah. So, as I am going to spread the updates to this video, I'm going to be playing a game while I do this because last time I did this, I did Death Run, which I'll still keep doing because that's a simple game to less concentrate. But I'll also do hide and seek because, after all, I need to get that game over with, and plus, it'll be one step closer to do another game that'll be max leveled one day. So we're just gonna start off strong on hide and seek. But of course, I'm not gonna be seeker because I don't know. For me, seekers is not fun to do, and they don't get a lot of experience. You can agree or disagree on this point, but for my opinion, it just doesn't give you a lot of experience. And also, would you look at that? I'm already close to max leveling this game. I only have 10 levels left, which is crazy, but hopefully they don't do, prestige anytime soon, because then I will be annoyed that I'll have to go through this yet another level, like, video. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started before I get too ahead of myself. And yeah, you get to hear a bunch of love venting. So let us go ahead and get started with the first update that I'm going to bring, and that is not uploading a lot. And you probably have seen how long I have put off, like, not doing any videos lately, and I'm very sorry because of that. And the whole reasons of why I have not been uploading as much as I used to was because I was on vacation, but also the fact that I decided to take a break for quite some time, and I thought it was just best to just, do that. So I took a break, and it was mostly just for my mental health to get things situated. But also, I've been busy with work, and let's just say work has been a lot of hectic things going on, so I just want to say that I've been busy with those two things, and I am sorry for not uploading. So if you want to see more new content, then I'll for sure try my best to make it happen. It's just gonna take some time to regain the confidence of, doing YouTube. So I'm just taking one day and one step at a time. So, I mean, that's all you gotta do. You can't just rush things right away. Also, can we just talk about why is one of these hiders burning themselves? Like, can you stop? Yeah, exactly. Or not. Oh, they're not just gonna, stop. But, yeah, anywho, that's just funny just to witness as I play. So, anyways, yeah, that's why I have not been uploading a lot. I have not uploaded like for 2 weeks or so now, and right now I'm finally back on track. Anyway, because I'm ready to just continue doing YouTube. So, yeah. Anywho, let's go to the next update. My next update is my work. And let me just tell you, my work has been quite hectic. So, I believe the last time I talked to you guys about my job was I was at, of course, I'll let you guys know again, for those who are new to this, that I work at my local grocery store, Wise Markets, as a Amazon fulfillment employee. That, however, changed over time. After a year or so, they switched me over to doing grocery. And for anyone who's new around of, this type of job, they're probably wondering what that job is, or jobs per se in that specific department of that store. So basically, Amazon fulfillment is doing online orders. So say you want to order, like, a case of water with some milk, juice, and then, for food wise, you can get some frozen dinner meals, some snacks like chips, your typical grocery run. But instead of, like, you going to the store for yourself to go get the things, you then, of course, decide to do online order. So we get the orders, and of course, it depends on, the shift. So you could work for part-time per se. It's 7 in the morning till 12:30 p.m. or you could do 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. which I mostly did that shift because it was easier, since, as you guys know, I'm not a morning person and I'd rather not be. But sooner or later I might have to become one eventually, because yeah, there's also that other update, but we'll talk about that when we're, done with this one. So there's that. And also, if you're full-time, you could work, of course, 7 in the morning till 3:30 p.m. or some sort of other time that, that is in the afternoon to the end time. I don't exactly remember because, well, I unfortunately don't work at Amazon anymore, and it wasn't by choice. It was just, I guess they just put me over at grocery because mainly my stats were not good, and of course we do get those stats like INFs, aka items not found, units per hour, and etc. So my main issue is I wish they could have told you right beforehand that you're gonna get switch over to a different position, but no, they didn't do that. They just randomly did that, and well, I didn't question it, of course, but maybe I should have. But my main concern, of course, is my, INFs. So, yeah. That was the main issue. That I think it was because they switched me over to, grocery. But I could be wrong. Because, a lot of things are, just going on lately. So, yeah. And for those who are wondering, grocery shift is basically your stocking up shelves, your conditioning, making sure the items are all leveled for the customer's eye level per se. And then of course there's also making sure that they're fully stocked up for inventory. And so for example, we do get truck every night, so we basically bring stuff inside the store, and then we stock up the wheel thingies. I don't know what they're called, but you basically stock those and then get them all ready for the next day of whoever is going to be there for work to handle that. So there's that. And I don't know the morning shift at that time of that shift. I only know 5 to 9 for me specifically, because since, well, I used to work 5 hours or so, they cut my hours, and now I'm working 5 to 9 p.m., which is a very late afternoon to night shift, I would say. But yeah, it's not very fun because you have to be on your feet all the time, and not only that, it's also very, very quiet. Amazon fulfillment can be busy, and you can interact with, your coworkers and some of the Amazon drivers because, they have to pick up the Amazon order, and then, you can interact with them and help them out, or just in general to just have a chat. But for grocery, you have to not be able to talk to anyone other than if you're helping your coworker, employee. I don't know what the difference is, so keep in mind that I'm a little, just messy or so yeah, you can only help out, of course, with your coworker, or you help out customers just in case if they don't know where certain items are, or they just need help with getting stuff from the very top shelf, which of course a lot of customers trust me to get stuff from the top shelf because, I'm taller than them, and two, well, it isn't a big deal to just, do that. So I help out whenever I can, and I will always help every single day, possibly. Whether it's about, your mental health, your, relationship goes downhill, and so forth. But that's just how I am. And I am a good employee at my job, but I'm also a good friend. Says about certain people in my life that mentions that I keep saying, oh, I'm not a good friend. And they mention, oh, you are. So, yeah. But yeah, that's basically, that update about my job. And, well, I've been doing grocery for quite some time now. It'll be soon, possibly be a year once the September hits. We're only on April, so can't rush things to, get ahead. So, yeah. But anywho, just thought you should know that my job is quite fine, and it's been busy and hectic, but you eventually get through it at the end of the day, so yeah. But anyways, let's go to the next update. My next update, which I never really talk about on camera or anything at all on my YouTube channel, is because, well, it's personal and I don't want to, bring it up to many people. And, well, of course, I have a few people that do watch my videos from my job, so they're kind of probably know about this too. So, to anyone who is working at the same location as me, please do not share it to everybody else. I do not want to risk losing this job, and I would rather just, work 2 jobs at this point. And speaking of that is the next update we're going to talk about. Is I'm potentially gonna get a second job. And the reason why I'm getting a second job is because this Wise Markets job has been pretty good, but then lately has been gone downhill. But I can only say so little that I don't want to end up explaining the whole situation about this, bad news in general. So, what happened was, of course, there was something going on with one of my store manager assistants, and we don't have a good connection, I'll say. I mean, sure, you may have a good connection with this person, but for me specifically, I just don't have a good connection at all. So it led to not getting along with them, and just over the fact that I didn't listen at the time because I wasn't able to, put down everything and do the next task. But after all that, something else happened, and I don't want to explain of what happened per se, but all you gotta know is that I had to write a paper and get it sent to HR, or some sort of short word for it. But yeah, I had to send it through there, and I still haven't heard anything from them. But then again, of course, my other coworkers have said that, well, she's changed and, she's nicer now. But the thing is, I don't really want to, go back to the days that she works. So that's why I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But it depends, of course, how my shift is, because they tend to put me either 2 days or 3 days a week, depending on, what's going on. But I wish I could just work 3 days a week because, I don't know, it's easier for me, and it's only Monday through Wednesday. Because I chose that, and I did told my manager about it, and she said it's cool. So, if only I could just stay working those days, and then, can make easy money. But, yeah. Anywho, enough about what happened on this job. The second job that I am potentially gonna soon get is working at Hobby Lobby, which of course I'm not gonna talk about too much because I think that's also personal, and I don't want to end up exposing a lot of things. Because from what my mom and sister was telling me, that you really don't want to share about a lot of information, whether you're working, whatever job you're working at, or just in general, what you're getting involved with for your future. So I'm only saying this briefly, that I'm gonna get soon a second job as a cashier or whatever position they'll put me in, and it's gonna be at Hobby Lobby. And I just hope for the best that this job will help me to get a better mindset, because as of right now, Wise Markets was a really good job to do at first, but then over time my mindset has been getting worse, and the people over there sometimes are not nice per se, but I will say only most of them, because the others that I appreciate talking to and just you know, wanting them to be there for me. They're good people. But as for the rest of them, that, you know, I don't like them, and they're not that nice. Especially the new people nowadays. But anyways, enough about that. But yeah, if I do get the second job, then that means, of course, there's gonna be a lot of different time schedules. So, as I mentioned before, Wise Markets is what I work Monday through Wednesday. But if I get Hobby Lobby as my second job, that means I'll have to change my schedule, which means I'll have to work Wise Markets every Sunday, and then Hobby Lobby could be any day basically. And so just, you know, just that, you know, it's like leveled and balanced. So, and yeah, a lot of, you know, just in general, a lot of duties to do, but I want to get 2 jobs at least so that I can save a lot more money for important things, such as like learning how to pay bills, like more than just your phone bill, your house bills, water bills, car bills, Medicare bills, and so forth. Not just the stuff that I also been purchasing, like from Amazon, from, you know, getting Primogems and Polychrome, and you know the gist. Just those are not really not important, but they are important in some way because I want to get the characters. But yeah, I don't want to keep doing this mess. Plus, not to mention, I'm also saving a bunch of money for other things, but I'm not going to say it on camera nor ever on YouTube because it's quite personal and I don't need to expose that type of information on here. So, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's my my other update of having a second job. And this will probably be my last time talking about my job. But if you want like questions or, you know, just, you know, get to know what the job is, then go ahead and ask. But keep in mind, I'm not gonna keep it like making those types of videos for long because I'd rather just keep a lot of things private, and it'll be easier for me to just, you know, have something that I don't have to discuss about every time. Such as, of course, there's no need to make every single time an update video, but I feel like I should do that at least once every few months, or just in general, once in a while, so that I don't have to crowd my playlist full of updates. And most of the updates that I brought about in the past were not necessary, but the other things were important, and to be honest, they were very, very serious. No jokes aside, just very serious, and I don't really fake my updates, so I'm doing it like, you know, the real deal. So, but anyways, yeah, that's the next update. So here is the next update that I'm doing. It's my mental health checkup. You all are probably wondering what's going on right now and are you doing okay? My mental health has gotten worse, but it also has gotten somewhat better. In the beginning, it was very worse and some things did almost happen. But luckily, I have my best friends from my Discord, and just in general, like, I have them no matter what, and they're my wonderful friends after all, and they help me through the whole mental health thing, and in general, they just, you know, gave me the words and encouragement to keep fighting and be strong. So, if I don't mention your name, please know that there's a lot of people on my friends list, and I wish I could name them all, but then it would be a very, very long video. Possibly like maybe 2 hours, and I don't have that kind of time, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, so the people that have been supporting and also being there for me when I need them, I have Yura, Pollo Sonic fan, Aditz, her boyfriend, Metal Pro, Carsadian, Spirit Wolf, 40 Mike, Punish Joe, and a lot of other people that I wish I could name, like I said, but of course, I don't want to make it too long, so I only mentioned those specific people. And of course, I forgot one person, but I'm not gonna say her real name because, well, it's kind of personal, and I don't really say like real life names out there. I only said, like, of course, their online names, so that's why I only did that, and it's easier. But Polio's sister, she also helped me, despite we don't hang out that much, but I really do appreciate her. I even appreciate Lexi out there. I just appreciate every one of my friends that I either mentioned or not mentioned as a very close friend or a sibling figure. Because, after all, my siblings that I have so far, or just in general, because I don't think I'm gonna get any more siblings anytime soon, but all my siblings so far that I have, some are supportive, but the other ones are not. But I'm not gonna explain who is not supportive and is supportive, because I don't talk about my siblings a lot, or just my family, in all honesty. So, anywho, let's go to the next update. Next update is new YouTube short ideas. And so, I've been wanting to do a lot of YouTube short ideas for the past couple months or so, and when I thought about it, there's some ideas out there that I want to do, and it could be new to me to do, and I've seen a lot of people do it, so I thought maybe I should join in. And so the ideas consist of showing art, so basically, showing my paintings in like a YouTube short. Just in case for you guys, you're wondering what my paintings are like. Of course, they're not professional and very, very abstract, I would say, but they're pretty good, decent ones, and I would love to share that with you all if you're all interested. There's also, of course, makeup videos, which I'm not gonna do like tutorials, but maybe there will be one tutorial of how to do the heart, like, eyeshadow thing I've been doing from those transformation videos. So maybe there's that. But also, just in general, I want to do more makeup videos, like many made-up characters, whether from Monster High or Ever After High, for you all wanting your own character of that in that specific, like, 2 shows. So, of course, their makeup, and like I said in my YouTube shorts, you can tell me what color you want, what shape of the eye, look would be. You can explain what kind of outfit. I pretty much have any color of any outfit. Just not skirts, because I don't like skirts at all, and I don't think they're cute on me specifically. Sure, you can rock it all you want, but I'm just saying from my personal experience of wearing skirts when I was like a teenager to I would say teenager starts at 13, so I would say 13 to 16. It was not a good couple of years of wearing skirts for a longer period of time, so yeah, no, I give it up. But other than that, like I said, you can ask whatever color for the eyeshadow look, whatever shape I can use, what outfit you would say. Of course, you could choose whatever, like, clothing, accessory, and etc. So, I'm willing to just do anybody, and I can literally do anybody. So, if you are a subscriber, then go ahead and suggest your, character design, and I'll do it. So, it'll take some time, of course, but like I said, I'm willing to take it, because those 2 makeup videos I've done of Monster High was pretty good, and I'm planning to make more, hopefully. So, yeah. But other than that, there's also going to be other videos like why Eaten Days, which I don't really show why I eat a lot because, or just in all honesty, I never do show what I eat because I don't know, it's just not my thing, and I would just prefer to keep it private. But then again, like I said, this is new content that I want to make, and it could be a cool thing to try, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. So at least I'm trying things out for the better. So yeah, there's gonna be those types of videos, and then it'll be a wonderful experience to try out, and you guys might like it. So yeah, there's those YouTube short ideas, and I hope you're excited for them. Next update is about open for suggestions, and that means like I'm open for any suggestion you want. So like if you want a different game of a gameplay or long play, then you can suggest it. If you want a different makeup video, suggest it. Like I'm open for so many suggestions that I'm like wanting to do. So yeah, and I want to do as many as I can. So like I said, game, you can suggest any game. Makeup video, like what design, suggest it. Just suggest any type of video that I could do. Suggest any game, any song to sing, any other video per se. But yeah, I'm just going to let you guys know that I'm not gonna do like creepy stuff or just certain games that I will not do. For example, of a game, I'm not doing GT. Whoa, I'm sorry, that was my fork. If you heard that, but yeah, I'm gonna say this: there's a game I don't want to do, and that's GTA. And yeah, it might change over the years, but for now, this year, current me is a no. I don't want to do that. So suggest whatever video, YouTube short, or live stream idea in the comments, and I'll take your word for it and do it. And yeah, that's basically what that update is. Next one is new thumbnails, backgrounds, and characters. So of course you have seen me do Gacha Life for so many, like I wouldn't say so many years, but for the longest time, and I'm pretty much really like ready to do a lot of new things on Gacha Life, and I'm gonna plan to make more characters, and then of course as thumbnails goes, I'll do that, but also using two other, like, I wouldn't say art programs, but there's some sort of like word for it. One of my closest friends will just have to tell me as they react to this video, but yeah, I'm using those two, but I need to learn how to use them, and it'll improve my art wise. And not only that, I also want to make sure I make new backgrounds by myself. Don't need somebody for me to do that, and I keep using the same ones over and over again. They're gonna be all different, and they're gonna be different color coordinated. So like imagine having a teal background. And speaking of new backgrounds, this thing right here, I made this from Canva. I don't remember what the word is called, but I made this, and I'm planning to make more, whether it's like purple and red, or some sort of color combo. Right now it's purple on purple with black because those are my favorite colors, and I'm slowly going back to normal in a way, because if I was still in my emotional status type of thing, I would have just not upload the video at all, and then just make the background black. Like, that's it, just black, no other color. But here I am, and yeah, and If you want a Gacha Life character, then let me know in the comments as well, because I'm willing to make anyone one, and they could be like for a YouTube short, inspirational, excuse me, for a series. And yeah, I want to do that and just spread all the love, and in general just show off my skills. So, which, well, there will have to be a tutorial video of how I make the characters, and in general how I make thumbnails. So that's gonna be a fun video to do, but I don't know when that'll be, but I'm pretty sure it'll be soon, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, if you want, a Gacha Life character, then let me know in the comments, and I'll for sure try to make you one. And I'll make every single one of you guys. I already made the specific people that I want to make, and yeah, there's that. And speaking of Gacha Life, shout out to one of my closest besties, Pollo Sonic Band, for making this Minecraft skin, because this is based on my Gacha Life character for Genshin Impact specifically. So, but in general, it's my OC too. So, yeah, he makes wonderful skins. He has skin decks and play in Minecraft, so be sure to check those out. And yeah, I don't have to put it in the description because I already self-promote him a lot, and so yeah, I don't need to do all that. But if you want to support him, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel of his, follow, and like his Minecraft skins creations. And yeah, he basically just makes a lot of based on video games, or just mostly just what he wants to make. So yeah, anywho, that's enough about that. Next one is start/continuing series, which means there's going to be a lot of episodes more than usual. So I'm going to be starting off a few new series that I've been wanting to make for so long, but I never get the chance to because, been busy and, well, sort of slacking off a little bit. But yeah, I want to make several new series. So for the upcoming series that I can only mention a few at a time, because I don't want to, spoil every single one of them. So for example of the new series coming up will be what's it called? I'm going to be doing more long plays, but that's not really a series, but I just thought you should know there's gonna be a lot of long plays. There's gonna be more Neptunia gameplay, more Sonic gameplay, more DS game series, and so forth. Like, there's a lot of other games I want to make a series of. For example, I want to do more of my Disney games, so like Tangled, Wreck-It Ralph, and so forth. But of course, one of those gameplay series that I've been wanting to do for quite some time is gonna soon happen, aka it's gonna happen on Saturday, or yeah, Saturday. And I'm not gonna say what game it is, but let's just say that one of my closest friends out there loves this game, and I'm going to do this because not only I want to, but also in general, it's just the perfect month to play this specific game. He knows what I'm talking about, so if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, as for continuing series goes, I want to make sure I continue the ones that I have not played in so long. So I'm gonna try my best to continue and hopefully finish Super Princess Peach. There's gonna be Brave, Barbie, and the Three Musketeers. There's also gonna be Super Neptunia RPG, and a few other games that I wish I could name all, but like I said, can only name a few as an example, and hope you're excited for all that, because it's gonna be a fun time by making more episodes of gameplays, doing more scene videos, and maybe live streams just to chat. Plus, there's also going to be planned new content that I've been wanting to do, whether is a art stream of whatever that could be. Could be going back to my sketches, could be paintings, or it could be gem art, because I've been wanting to do gem art for the longest time on this channel, and it's soon gonna happen. Just need to buy a stand for my webcam so that it's easier to see what I'm doing, because quite frankly, I don't like you know, having a webcam like on top of my microphone and then you see my artwork upside down. That's not cool. So yeah, anyways, my next update is losing friends due to drama. I'm not gonna mention who I lost and what the drama was about, because quite honestly, I don't bring that up, and I don't think I ever will. But let's just say I lost a couple friends that were very good ones, and I trusted them with my heart, and then all of a sudden they unadded me with no reason in my experience. And of course they relied on this one person or few other people to just, you know, talk for them. And then of course they unadded me. I get no reason and everything else. I probably got blocked too, but I didn't block them, so they unadded me. So to those who unadded me, whether it's from Minecraft, aka the Hive, VR chat, specifically Midnight Munchies, I don't have no hate on them, but for those who unadd me from there, and also just anywhere else, whether it's, you know, on my phone, and, you know, you told me personally, like face to face, you don't want to be my friend anymore, then why are you not giving me any reasons? Like, I get it, you don't want to be my friend, but there has to be a reason why you unadded me, or just told me, oh, I don't want to be friends with you. So maybe learn that for consideration. But like I said, I'm not gonna mention who unadded me, what was the drama about, because that's not sort of that type of video. So I'm not gonna do that, no. But yeah, yeah. So, you know, I don't need you all. Like, I don't need you, the friends that I so-called friends. I don't need you ex-friends. I have better people out there. And not only that, I'm perfectly happy from what I, you know, am going through. Like, I'm perfectly happy, and I have way better friends than you all. And I'm not saying you all as in the people that subscribe to me. I'm saying to the people that unadded me. So, to whoever unadded me, I don't care. You could do whatever you want. I could care less. So, I just hope that, you know, you'll learn your mistake. But of course, I'm not gonna give you a chance to regain your, you know, trust. So, I just hope for the best that, you know, everything goes well for whatever's going on in your life. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's basically that update, and I am not gonna bring it up ever again. So, yeah. But anyways, next one is going to be unlisted videos, and you're probably wondering what that means. And basically, what it means is I unlisted a lot of videos lately, or just recently. I don't know if those two words are the same, but anywho, I unlisted a lot of videos recently that are involving with some people that I can't really show on camera anymore. So, for example, of unlisting videos, I unlisted a lot of videos that are based that I did them for my parents. So, what led to that was, at first, I did the videos for my parents. I want to join the trend of, you know, sharing love and appreciation to my parents. Whether it's about, you know, that song that was about, like I want a man who's patient and kind, and etc. That song. And I, of course, you know, did a few other videos for my parents specifically. And I just wanted to show appreciation and love, as well as support, because they've been there for me since, you know, the day I was born, and also raising me for a long time, aka 23 years. So, yeah. And of course, at first, after that, I showed them the video I did for them. They, of course, was happy. They're, you know, in general, that they think that it was a good idea, like, to do that sort of YouTube short. But then over time, we had to talk, and before they even suggest or ask, can you unlist those videos, I already told them that I was gonna unlist them anyway. And that was because of privacy reasons. And the main reason of, you know, them not wanting to be on my YouTube channel, or just in general in the public area, they don't want to be shown on camera or anything at all, because they don't like the publicity and the popularity and all. Plus, this channel is basically mine, and it could be any video of what I do. I just can't really share a lot of details about my family or my friends and so forth. So, I eventually unlisted those videos because I, you know, wanted to give the privacy they wanted. Despite that, those videos were gaining a lot of popularity. But then again, I don't want to invade it too much, and I respect that. I respect their privacy, and maybe in the near future I'll, you know, put them back in public, but for now it's unlisted because I don't want to keep doing this to them, and, you know, it will make me feel like I'm a bad guy for showing off, you know, something that's personal. And yeah, so I'm sorry to those who are new here, have not got the chance to see those videos because, you know, they're unlisted. Same goes to the other videos I've done over the years. So yeah, I mean, the other videos that I unlisted was mainly because I thought they were cringe, but turns out they were pretty good videos. It's just, I don't know, I kept being negative on myself, saying that, oh, I sound cringe, I sound ugly, I look ugly, and etc. But in reality, I'm not. It's just, like I said, it's my insecurity self, and I, you know, take it to heart all the time. So I'm pretty harsh on myself when it comes to that. But yeah, so, but enough about that. Yeah, I unlisted most of the videos that involved with my parents, and they, of course, respected it. And, you know, of course, they're not angry at me for making those videos. It's just the fact that they don't want their face shown. So they told me straight up, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue over that, because that's almost similar to, like, imagine you have this one trustworthy friend that you've known for quite some time, and it's similar to, you know, you're sharing everything about this person on YouTube, which, not gonna lie, I have done that a couple times, but I don't share everything about this person. I just say either support this YouTuber and you know, just in general, I appreciate this person and etc. Like giving love and you know support to my friend. But the other thing is, I don't share, of course, his face. I don't share about his family and everything because that's personal. So that'd be like evading the privacy of his and also mine, because most of the stuff that I don't bring up on the channel is the discussions I've had with him. And trust me, most of that stuff does not need to be exposed or revealed per se, because they're personal and they're private. So I don't want to end up doing that and you know getting unfriended because you know that sort of thing happened. So I'm gonna try my best not to mention certain people in my life because, for one, I want them to have their privacy life, like, you know, not revealed. And two, I would just rather, you know, keep the connection going until, you know, until the end, basically. So, and for this person who's watching my videos and I asked him to react to my videos and all, I'm sorry for bringing you a lot of, you know, there's a lot of videos I bring up about you, but of course they're all for appreciation and support. But I'm sorry for making so many videos about you, and I will for sure promise not to do that ever again. Not gonna do any more videos about you unless we're doing a gameplay series together or just, you know, a video. But for now, of course, I'm taking a very short break, or maybe a long break because of that. But the only video that I only have left to, you know, show is some clips that you done on the Hive, and yeah, basically that sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm sorry for bringing you up so many times on my channel, and for now, starting after the clip video and everything, I'm gonna focus on myself and do what content I want to do. So, yeah, but yeah, and like I said to you guys, there's a lot of videos I unlisted recently. I've been unlisting a lot of videos since my birthday, March 28th. So it has been a lot of videos I unlisted. So who knows, I might do a video of, you know, me reacting to my unlisted videos, or now old videos, but I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet, but maybe one day. But anyway, oh boy. So now it's time for the next part. I have two left about what happened, and these two important updates are, damn, I can't really speak that much because I don't end up crying, but you all have seen probably a bunch of changes on the channel, such as my about section, the channel name, the profile picture, and also just a lot of videos lack of somebody in there, and also, in all honesty, my intro. Because if you guys didn't know, I had this one specific intro that I always do, and now I don't do it. I don't say gaming with Panther and SP on Jenny. I now say gaming with SP on Jenny. But yeah, if you've seen all those changes, then here is the update of why those updates, like, you know, happen. And that is because Panther and I are no longer engaged. We're no longer a couple. I broke off the engagement, and it has been quite some, like, time. It has been a hard time, and it's been full of regret, and in general, it has gotten my mental health worse because I regret breaking it off, but yeah. So those all minor details you notice have changed, and that is also why the background that you saw that I made is gonna be completely different, and it's not gonna have Panther's name on it. And that's also why the videos that I've done with him are unlisted. And to be quite honest, I don't think I'll ever put them back in public. But yeah, so of course a lot of you guys are probably going to be wondering what led to the whole engagement off, what happened between you both, who broke it off, and just so forth. So many questions you'll ask about my whole relationship with him. All I can say for little details, because I don't want to, do a whole story time about it. And the thing is about those sort of things, like those kinds of videos, I don't really see the point in that. Maybe in the future I'll do a video about explaining all the relationships I've been through to recently. So like in the past through, of course this year. But that'll be like some sort of like not very a long video. It might be a live stream, but then again, that could not happen because, I don't really talk about my relationships in public. I keep them private, especially the one that I was with, because I kept my word that, it's going to be private and, we're not going to expose that type of information. So, yeah. So, all I can say is that I broke off the engagement. I regret that because I did not want to, be single again. And I wasn't secure about at the time and so forth. But other than that, though, there was a lot of tension between us. I saw some signs that I think there are red flags. And there was a lot of other things going on from the trip that I went over to go see him that changed completely. And I can only say one thing about what he said because I don't want to, do the whole full story. But basically, he and I did talk when I went over there. And he told me straight up that, he doesn't see the long distance working out anymore. He doesn't want to keep waiting because, of course, I still need to get my license to drive. Some things I need to cut back on, such as posting. And not only that, but he's also said that he would rather have me be with someone else that isn't a whole jerk to me. And that's kind of odd for him to say that because he never was a jerk to me at all. He was only protective and cautious around me, as well as, he just very much cares about my mental health. But that's not really hurtful. It's more of he was a very caring person. He still is. So there was that, and I tried telling him that, think about it and don't make the decision right away. Let's wait until the end of my trip. So, of course, we agreed. And I even told him the fact that I don't see myself dating anybody else because I don't see myself dating anybody else but him. And it's kind of hard to find somebody new to rekindle all the experiences you've done with this person. For example, I've done a lot of things with him, whether it's to finally get the chance to meet up with someone from online for the first time. Theirs was also a first time to kiss and other experiences that you want to try out for your first ever real life relationship. we agreed to do that, and now it's all gone. And this has gone a lot harder on my own because not a lot of women out there who do relationships like this, they're not usually the one who break it off. It's usually the men breaking off the engagement or setting up for the divorce papers or breaking up in general. And you're probably wondering I have not been crying because of this whole breakup situation. Is because I've already cried a lot over the past few days to a few weeks, because this happened on March 30th, 2 days after my birthday. So I already cried enough and I don't want to keep crying, but as you heard, my voice is cracking and you know, I'm getting a little emotional, but not too much to the fact that I'm gonna end up crying so much that I can't speak. But I just want to let you guys know that, you know, that sort of thing I needed to tell and get off my shoulders, because, of course, you know, you probably all wondering why, you know, Panther's not in the picture, or in general, he's not on the channel name and everything, or if I kept going on as this, like this as a secret, then, of course, one day you'll find out, like, oh, wait, why is he not here? Why is she not mentioning his name at all? So, yeah. So, there's that. And, yeah. I unlisted those videos because I don't think it's necessary to keep them in public when it comes to relationships. So, I kept all of them unlisted. Who knows, maybe one day I will probably put them back in public or keep them private for good. But I'm not so sure at this point, because a lot of stuff has happened and I'm still heartbroken because of this. Now, if y'all are wondering if I'm gonna find somebody new to date after, you know, going through this and, you know, taking a break of, you know, dating per se, because if you guys don't know this, I now recently been through 9 online relationships and 1 real life one, and this has been extremely hard for me because, of course, this was my very first relationship I been through. Because all the other ones that I've dated so far, they were either, you know, too old, too young, they were already taken by then, and so forth. It may sound like I'm quoting 101 Dalmatians, but it's the truth. Like, I don't see myself dating anybody else. I want to go back with him, despite a lot of people out there say that he's dishonest with you, he's not telling the truth, and he's not a perfect guy for you at all because of certain things that he isn't. That for example, you are this, but he isn't. And the only example I could say is that, of course, we have different beliefs, and just in general, we just have a lot of differences. You may think we have so many things in common, but in reality we do, but most of the time we don't, because different beliefs. He prefers, you know, other things than I do, and, you know, he just has this one thing that he wants to do, but I don't. And the thing is about being with him for so many years, I put my whole heart and soul to that relationship, and now I given up, basically. I don't want to find anybody new. I want to go back together with him. I hate being single and broken. But then again, that's part of life. And you can't really change people's minds about the whole situation about, you know, breaking up and giving some time. And I know for sure if I tried asking Panther to do this video with me, he'll probably say no. He probably wants to do his own thing. And I respect that. But of course, I wish he could just do a video with me one last time. But that sort of thing's not gonna happen. So that's why I'm here to tell you guys of what's been going on. So yeah. To those who are wondering if I'm going back with him after we break up for quite some time, like we giving each other a break, or are you gonna find somebody new after this whole relationship went downhill? For the question about getting back together, it's a possibility, because I already did try asking him to get back together and talk. He says not right now, so it is a possible chance we might get back together. But I don't know when that'll be, because, like I said, certain things that like this takes time, and I just think we just need a long break from each other. But of course, if he doesn't want to be together with me anymore after thinking it over and taking a long break, that's fine. I'm not gonna chase after him or do, like, you know, be one of those other girlfriends, like exes you see on YouTube or on the news lately. But yeah, I'm not that kind of person. But I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. I know I'm gonna focus on myself and being with my friends because they helped and support me all the way. But as for, you know, wanting a significant other, I don't think it's possible to find somebody new, because it's just very hard to re-experience all that, and I can't see myself doing that, because when you found your soulmate, you can't do all those things again to a different person. It would not feel right, and I just don't think it's possible to do so. Especially when it comes to, you know, you see those relationships, you see that, you know, you've known your partner for so long, whether it's from preschool, college, from work, or, you know, it could be your closest best friend. But I don't see myself dating anybody else. Not just because I can't rekindle all those experiences, but sometimes I think that I deserve, you know, just nothing. I deserve just darkness taking over my body. But of course, I have my friends will say, you deserve somebody to treat you right, to respect you, and treat you like a queen, etc. But I'm sorry if I'm not giving you so much emotional into this, like, you know, this whole update about my relationship, but I just don't want to end up crying so much to the point that I can't talk. But all I can say is, Panther, if you're watching this, then please know that I still and will always love you, and I'll support and care about you every day. And I would say thank you for all the years that you put out to be with me, and thank you for dealing with me, whether it's about my insecurities, my self-doubtness, etc. So, thank you for many years. Thank you for knowing me for about to be 6 years. Thank you for being with me. Or no, sorry. Keep messing up my numbers. Thank you for knowing me for about to be 7 years. Being with me for 6 years. And 3 years of engagement. I hope everything goes well for you. And that you will find someone new in your life that will be similar to me but different in a way because it's a different person. So, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. So, and for anyone wondering about all the stuff he has given me through packages or from shopping and etc., you all are wondering if I'm going to sell it or just give it away. My honest answer is no. I'm not selling it nor giving it away. I'm actually going to put it all in one box and put it in my closet. So that way I don't need, to see it. Of course, every now and then I'll probably, look at it and just think about the memories I've had with him. Including, the day he proposed. He met my parents for the first time. As well as myself. And in general, just all the wonderful times I spent with this guy, So, yeah. I'm gonna put everything in a box, put it in my closet, and yeah. And focus on myself. This will be what people say the next chapter in my life. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this update. And I know this was a very long update because I think out of all the other updates I've done so far, this was probably the longest one. And yeah, I never thought I would reveal that kind of information of everything. So, I'm sorry if you heard me a little bit emotional here and there because of talking about Panther and I's situation, but those are actual, emotion, and I still feel broken because of it. But I know I will get better, and things will change for the better, not the worst. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you for all the love, the support, and everything you do to this channel. And I'll still continue posting regardless of my mental health going downhill, because I know that I will get better by doing the things I love, whether it's doing YouTube videos, doing my fun activities, hanging out with my best friends, and just in general, loving life, because I can't just be all broken forever, so. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, put the bell up so you get notified that I upload videos. I do YouTube live streams, I do YouTube shorts, all that good stuff that I've been doing on this channel, so that you get notified for whatever it is. Please also make sure you like all the videos, share this with all your friends, family, whoever you really want to share it with that's, important to you. And yeah, there's a lot of things going on, but in the end of the day, I'll get through it. Please also make sure you subscribe and support all my besties out there in the feature channels. If you love gaming videos, singing, funny moments, and so forth of whatever content you see on the feature channels, then go ahead and subscribe and support all those people because they all deserve all the love and support. And yeah. And also, one more other thing before I head out. I'll also keep in mind that there's going to be some old footage that I'm going to be posting for the next couple of days. So keep in mind this is all old stuff that I recorded probably a few weeks to a month ago or maybe longer, and then hopefully once I finish posting all the old stuff, then it's going to the new stuff, and then we'll continue from there. But yeah. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video, which will be old archive stuff from Genshin. So yeah. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video, and I love you guys so much. Bye, everybody.